Hello, this is Mrs. Russo going to go over Chapter 2, Lesson 4, Estimate Products. So yesterday we learned how to multiply by tens, hundreds, and thousands. So this time we're going to be taking a larger number where the larger factor doesn't have a bunch of zeros like it did yesterday. So what we're going to do is we're going to do an estimate. So in order to estimate, we have to round and then carry out our operation multiplication. Well, I need to round first. Am I going to round the 3 or the 165? If I told a student, hey, what's 3 times 165? What number is the most overwhelming? Well, it's going to be the 165. So we're going to use the same concept we did in the previous chapter with our rounding mountain to know what digits to look at. So we're going to go to the farthest place value, which is the hundreds place value. We're going to draw an arrow to one place value to the right. It says 6. That 6 tells me to add 1 to my underlined place value. So I'm going to do 3 times 2, and every digit behind it, place value behind it, turns to zeros. So now I have 3 times 200. Now this should look really familiar from yesterday because we're going to use our box and underline technique to find what our product is. 3 times 2 is 6, and I'm going to add 2 zeros to the end. So my estimate of 3 times 165 is about 600. Now I'm not going to draw the rounding mountain again on this one, but I'm going to underline the farthest place value, which is the thousands. I draw the arrow to the 2. Normally on my rounding mountain, that's going to tell me to add 0 to my underlined digit. Now I'm going to rewrite my multiplication. And everything behind it turns to zeros. Now this is just like yesterday. Now I'm going to box and underline. 2 times 6 is 12. And I'm going to add 3 zeros. And let's do one more just for extra practice. So I'm going to underline the farthest place value, look to the right. That's going to tell me to add 1 to my underlined digit. Now I have 4 times 9 plus 1 is 10, and everything else behind it turns to zeros. Now I'm just boxing and underlining. 4 times 1 is 4. Or 4 times 1 is 4, and everything behind it with 2 zeros. Let me know if you have any questions with this, but this is how we are practicing to estimate products.